Hey gals, what's up? It's Athena the Mind Reader here, investigating your favorite albums. And today, I am going to do a review on the new Charli XCX album, BRAT. I have been waiting for this album to release for a very long time. It finally dropped and my ears are blessed. The bangers hit really hard and Charli just gives such a sassy attitude. The album cover is funny as fuck and it made me giggle and my toes wiggle. The songs are super catchy and they make me feel things I never thought I could feel. Von Dutch is my favorite song because the beat goes the hardest. Charli XCX is the GOAT. She ate, she served, and she slayed. And I am giving this album a slay out of 10.
All right, thank you so much, Athena. Such great, amazing commentary on the album. Oh my god, you should run the channel instead of me. I mean, I got a lot of work. I'm gonna give some of my videos to you so that you can do them for me, okay? Thank you. All right, shout out to Athena, by the way. One of the best person I've ever met in the USA. Actually in Hong Kong. I met her there first, actually. Yes. So, it's my turn now. Hey guys, what's up? It's the Gym Bro here with sore backs. And today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Charli XCX album, BRAT. So, British pop star, singer-songwriter Charli XCX is back with a new album, BRAT. And this is one of the most anticipated albums of the year for the internet. Like a lot of people, a lot of musical discussions on subreddit, a lot of YouTube communities, a lot of music communities in general have been really excited for a new Charli XCX album because her music have been getting more and more interesting and exciting as of late. Of course, a lot of people know Charli XCX as the writer and singer of the song I Don't Care, I Love It. Actually, that singer is Hyperpop, not her. But it's interesting to see that Charli XCX became the more successful one. And then she joined PC Music in the mid-2010s, which is known for revolutionizing and pushing boundaries of modern pop music. And then in 2019, she released the album Charli, which I reviewed, and it's the first Charli XCX album I reviewed on this channel, and I thought Charli was pretty fantastic. It has a lot of singles that I really like. Particularly the track Gone is one of my favorite tracks of the year that it was released, and I thought it was really solid. It's not a perfect album by any means, but it's still a very freaking good pop album. Fast forward a year later, we have Charli XCX Pandemic album, How I'm Feeling Now, which is alright, but slowly and gradually, Charli XCX is cornering herself in terms of creativity with this whole hyperpop thing. And that results in a couple years ago when she released the album Crash, which I thought was meh. It is definitely a step down from the usual Charli XCX music. It still has some hyperpop elements, but in the most part, Crash is a summery, sweet, accessible dance pop album that pretty much doesn't have the personality we really like Charli XCX's music for. And then, of course, immediately after Crash, we rebound, or we see Charli X rebound and go full speed ahead into hyperpop and EDM, and her music is more eccentric and unhinged than ever. But even so, even though she's doing this party girl persona thing, there are still a lot of very personal moments on the album that I find really beautiful, and it's awesome to see it turn up in a party dance pop album. It's awesome. So the album opener is 360, which unfortunately I didn't really like that much. I thought it is a pretty plain, simple album opener with angular keyboards, stiff vocals. It is pretty much standard Charli XCX. It's not that interesting or anything. What's cool though is the music video, which features a plethora of women actors, and I believe singers are in there as well. Celebrities, including Rachel Sennett and Hari Nef. It's just a shame that Kyle MacLachlan didn't make it in the music video. Such a shame. But no worries because the rest of the album is pretty much fantastic. We have the track Club Classics, which is where the party had started, with Charli XCX singing how she wants to dance to this, she wants to dance to that, she wants to dance to George, which is her fiance, and she wants to dance to Sophie. Rip. But oh boy. We have some sugary sweet synths, catchy vocal bits, and wobbly rubbery acid bass. It is an amazing track. Then we have Sympathy is a Knife, which is, it sounds like a Caroline Polachek song title, but anyways, this track is about being self-conscious around another woman and trying really hard to be her, but knowing that you can't be her. And even so, even with lyrics like that, instrumentally, it is an absolute freaking banger. Again, in fact, a lot of this track sounds like Gone, with its very catchy melodies and its big, bold keyboard hits. It sounds like a sequel to Gone, and I really like that. It sounds amazing. Following that, we have the track I Might Say Something Stupid, which is a pretty simple keyboard ballad with auto-tuned vocals, personal lyrics, which I really like, but the brevity of the song makes it feel kind of forgettable. So, obviously and unfortunately, this is the weakest moment on the album. But that is followed with the track Talk Talk, which apparently a lot of people liked, but I thought it was kind of meh as well. It feels like a track off of Crash, maybe with a little bit of eccentricity added on top of it, but it's still this very dancey, very sweet, but kind of vapid track that just doesn't have nearly the amount of creativity or intrigue that other tracks on the album has. And of course, one of the examples of a creative and badass track is the next track, Von Dutch, which is one of the highlights on the album. We have wailing, shouty vocals, pumping beats, ascending, grinding tones. Brow, 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 brow. I don't know how to imitate it with my own voice, but it sounds really cool. Trust me. And then lyrically, the track is about fighting the haters, flipping the middle finger, saying fuck you to the haters. You wouldn't be famous without your little dances. And it's a good hating anthem. And then that is followed with something sweet called Everything is Romantic, which starts off with a beautiful string section, but then we immediately get slapped with this beat, which is not a drill beat, but I'd say it's a dance beat very similar to a drill beat with its hard-hitting percussion hits. The ending kind of fizzes out in an echoey, reverby way, which could have ended better, but honestly, I think a bulk of this track is fantastic. The track Rewind sees Charli XCX missing her older self. She also unpacks some of her old insecurities, which again, I really like hearing personal lyrics from her, but musically the track is a little bit redundant. Following that, we have the track So I, which is a tribute to the amazing producer, the late Sophie, rest in peace. And it is an incredibly sad track because it is a tribute to Sophie, but instead of just being about how great Sophie is and how great her music is and blah blah blah, this track is special in that Charli XCX sings about how she was not the best of friends to Sophie and how she regrets it and how she feels guilt. Again, in the midst of a party banger album, we have something this personal, and somehow it just works and it's beautiful. And also, Charli XCX echoes one of Sophie's most iconic single, It's Okay to Cry, by ending the song with, So Now I Know I Can Cry, which is just my heart. Anyways, the next track is Girl So Confusing, which is a track about how being a girl is so confusing, but also about navigating the music industry. This track is insanely catchy, it's very summery, it's very Y2K as well. The track Apple has some pumping 4/4 beats, and we have some more Y2K style vocal melodies, but unfortunately the track I feel is a bit tamer compared to other tracks on the album musically. Then we have the track back to back to back to back to you. It's another banger. It's so catchy. It's crazy. With this shuffling hand claps, bassy synths, cowbells, or more like the keyboard version of the cowbell. And the ending of the track sounds like a malfunctioning printer, and you know I love that shit. Mean Girls is an epic anthem, and it sounds so 2014 and so 2030s at the same time. The whole track is built off of this infectious piano loop and also glossy auto tunes that sort of glide on top of it. The penultimate track is called I Think About It All the Times, which is another toned down moment. I really like how stripped back the song sounds. It's not the most memorable moment on the album, but it's still not bad. And finally, the album ends off with the track 365, which is a total party banger. And it is a remix of 360, the opening track, but it is a completely crushed, reinvented, distorted new take on the same song. In a lot of ways, this track reminds me of Jockstrap's 50/50 for some reason. It just has the same craziness and kookiness that I really love. Wobbly acid bass, pumping beats, pounding beats, in fact, buzzing keyboards. It is electrifying, and it is such a wonderful finish to the album. So yeah, overall, this is a fantastic album from Charli XCX, and definitely her best album yet. I don't think it's perfect though. There are definitely a couple of pretty forgettable moments here and there, but even the worst track on this album is somehow going to be better than your average mainstream pop album. I feel like this is genuinely an amazing pop album that should not be overlooked. And it is not overlooked. I mean, come on, look at the album cover, look at the buzz around this album. It is going places, and it is amazing. I'm giving Charli XCX's new album, BRAT, a strong 8 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new Charli XCX album? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. I gotta go. I have a graduation ceremony to go.